mindless stupidity in that company, and I'm not sure who I'm dropping this at whose feet kind of thing, but I came up with the idea with the steel plate. Actually, I got the idea, I think, from Kevin Nash, actually, so I give him some credit for that. But when Kevin Nash was talking about it, it didn't make any sense for anyone else to do it but me. I'm the only one that had the hockey jersey that would hide at best the steel shield and all that. So the first thing I did is I went to get Bill Goldberg with it. I said, Bill, I have an idea. And I explained to Bill everything about the idea. I asked him if he felt comfortable with it. Because once we did the match, where I did that to him, he would come back and he could do whatever he wanted, whether he liked it or not, whether I liked it or not. And everything was fine. He loved it. He goes, I love it. It's great, you know. So then I went to Eric Bischoff. So I started talking to Eric Bischoff about it. He goes, I love it. That is unbelievable. I love it. He goes, the only problem is we're going to have to sell Goldberg on it. I said, I've already sold Goldberg on it. I already told you, you talked to Goldberg about it. I said, what do you say? I said, he said it was fine. He loves it. Great. So then we're getting to the thing where they're going to start building me for Goldberg in Toronto. And I haven't done anything for the whole time I'm there. Well, I get to, Eric goes off to France or something. So I got about 3 weeks or 4 weeks before this Toronto show. And first day I had me lose to Booker T out in California somewhere, which was fine. He was one of the guys I would love to put over. I wish I could have put him over properly, to be honest. I just said, this is such wrong timing. You're supposed to be getting me ready for Bill Goldberg, and now you want to beat me. But then it became a question of, and Eric was there, but it became a question of just do it so that we can sort of prove that you're business around here. Everyone that kind of got the feeling that you're not business. They don't like to do jobs or something. Okay, geez, I think I've done a few jobs since I've been here.
Right.
But anyway, I don't care. Fine. I don't want it to reflect. And I pulled Booker T on it too, just so I said, I want you to know I have no problem putting you over. I said, it was just a question of the timing of it. And I try to give him as good a matches. Maybe one of the best matches, with the exception of Benoit's matches, that I had was with Booker that night. So I got that over with, and then I said, okay, well now they're going to start building me next week. And then they stuck me in, I can't remember what the matches were, to be honest, but I know they were, every time I showed up, there was either a tag match or I was doing something stupid with, every week it was not building me for anything.
Right.
Typical WCW, they're not going to build me for anything. And I'm going, this is crazy. And finally, a couple of times I refused to get me a tag match in Worcester, Mass. With Dean Malenko, and Dean Malenko was going to beat me with his hold or something like that. And I said, no, we're not doing that. And I ended up working with, who's the big tall guy, blonde hair guy, long hair guy.
Van Hammer?
Van Hammer, right. And got a win, got a big win instead to build me up for Toronto. So I scratched my head going, this is such a shame because it's such a great idea and would do so well and would really, really could even get that whole Canada-US thing going if that's what they, like, anything better than nothing with this company. And so I did get to Toronto finally. Eric Bischoff, who I haven't seen for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, had gone to France. And whoever was in charge, which was Kevin Nash and those guys. And I don't blame Kevin, so I don't know who to blame, to be honest. And this is maybe much help for you guys that trying to sort of figure it out. But I get to the dressing room, and Eric Bischoff pulls me aside. And I've always been dumbfounded by the stupidity here. He goes, I got a couple ideas. I'm just going to run them by you. You go out. This is about 2:30 in the afternoon. You should go outside, get on the mic, and you can start telling all the Canadian fans that where the hell have they been? They haven't done anything for you lately, and you cut this whole promo just tear into the Canadian fans, telling them what piece of shit they are, kind of thing. And I said, you're kidding me. And he goes, how do you like it? Like he thinks I'm going to...
Right.
I go, Eric, just stop for a second. Just stop everything. Just listen. This is at 2:30 in the afternoon. You could hear them chanting my name. I don't know how many, maybe 10,000 people outside the building chanting my name. And which was really moving. But I mean, you could hear it in the dressing room. It was no exaggeration. I said, "You're crazy. I would never do it. I will never do it. I will not refuse, flat out refuse to do it." And then he goes, almost like, he goes, "Well, Hogan's got an idea. Tell me how you like this."
Right.
And he goes, "You do the thing with Goldberg. He spears you. You roll over. You take the jersey off. You throw the jersey down. Goldberg's out. Here comes Hogan. Hogan walks out. Hogan comes out. Comes in the ring. You guys go to high five. Hogan knees you in the stomach, clubs you down, beats the shit out of you, leaves you laying." I said, "Hogan working with Goldberg?" He goes, "No." I said, "Am I working with Hogan?" He goes, "No." I said, "Well, why the fuck would I do it? Why would anybody do that? Why would you even? Why is he even in there?"
Right.
He goes, "It's just everybody would fool everybody." So this is Eric Bischoff. This is what I always say about Eric Bischoff. He didn't have a clue about the wrestling business. He didn't understand that that is like the stupidest idea. And I said, "That makes no sense whatsoever." I said, "You're trying to build me for Goldberg. This is a great idea between me and Bill." And Eric was biting his fingernails about me turning Goldberg heel. Goldberg now is refusing to do any of it. He doesn't want to do any of the match now. Someone got under his skin and said that this was going to kill him.
Right.
This is going to kill him off. And I find myself going, this is such a good idea for television and drama, and it's going to be great for this crowd in this city. It's great for wrestling. I can't get these morons to see how good this is. This is a really good idea, and it's good for them. And Bill will get his comeuppance. He's going to kick my head off,
right,
and just eat my brains in and do whatever he does to everyone else in a few days from now. But they could not get it, and finally, does make me wonder about Eric Bischoff and his relationship with Hogan, because he says, "You've got to talk to Hulk Hogan. If Terry says it's okay, I'll let you do it." I walked right up to Terry with Eric, and I said, "Terry," I said, "I don't know what to tell you other than I don't think there's any reason for you to be out there." And I explained my whole position to him. And in fairness to Hulk, he looked at me and goes, "I agree with you. I don't need to be out there. Why would I be out there?" And then I looked at Eric, and Eric's almost looked like 1,000,000 pounds was off his back. And then he let us do it.
Right.
Then I went and talked to Goldberg, who was still pacing around like a Brahma bull up and down the halls that somebody was trying to, and then he finally consented that he would kind of do it, and kind of calmed himself and kind of just, I think poor Bill had a lot of guys pulling him a lot of different directions, and I understand how confused he was, because he moved from right from out of nowhere to this huge position. Bill's problem, I guess, and maybe it's fair to say that he didn't know who to trust. But even that, I went out. I didn't want to. I knew it would work for me, and I knew it would work for the angle. And then I wore that Hitman jersey, and I wore Toronto Maple Leaf jersey. And
right.
If they had seen me wear that Toronto Maple Leaf jersey, they would have gone nuts. They would have, Eric Bischoff. And when I did go out there, I just started getting warmed up in my interview. I think for the very first time since I've been in the WCW, I was having a really good interview. I was really just starting to get rolling.
Right.
And they were panicking back in the hallways. Eric Bischoff was literally freaking out that I was killing his star in the middle of the ring with my interview, and sent Goldberg out. He sent him out about 45 seconds early, which was, I still got everything I needed done. But it just bothered me that they were so...
No patience.
No sense of trust or appreciation for a good idea. And it turned out to be, then Eric called me a few days later, and it was like everyone's now taking credit for the great idea. What a great idea. And so Eric was very confusing sometimes, and I think he just never had a clue about the wrestling business.
He also